Alrighty folks, hey there, my name is Andrew Toronto and this is an Arcane Investments video. So I know I've been a little bit late on these guys, but I really haven't really done anything, so I didn't really feel like there was a reason to make a video. I think instead of doing just weekly portfolio updates, I'm going to do updates on when I make actions. Like if I do something substantial in the week, then I'll make an update. Otherwise, I just don't see a reason to, just to show you the up and down. So this week, we ended up taking some of our, we have a federal stimulus essentially from the CARES Act, and we pumped that into the stock. On top of that, we also have been working a full-time job, so we've been working, tirelessly to get these good prices that have basically blessed us here. So with these really, really great low prices coming right into the holiday season, we're looking really, really squared away for the new year, and we're definitely very excited about that. Now, with that being said, let's look into what we did here. So we bought some more ITP. We're feeling good about ITP. We think ITPs really can't go any lower. I mean, it's at an all-time low. I just feel like it has a ton of upside, very little downside, and a very solid company. That, by the way, just got its mask thing going on, and Omicron or whatever the fuck however you say it, it's kind of rampaging. So definitely some good pointers there. We went with Alibaba, folks. Alibaba, yes, we went Alibaba. So I bought 2 shares of Alibaba. I want to expand this position, I really do. So if we can make bigger buys in Alibaba, I might. However, I will tell you about my new strategy. We're never going to sell. We're not going to sell any companies. No companies will be sold here on out. Other than my options, with my options I do have to sell, but beyond that, we're going to look to avoid to selling or to buying any or selling any companies. These companies we're buying now, we're just going to look to hold forever. That's the idea of it. We're done. And if we need to generate money, we need money out. Worst case scenario, we'll take it out. That's fine, because it's an emergency. However, I'm as I'm learning about the stock market, I'm realizing, I can borrow against my own stock, and then on top of that, I can sell puts. So I'm pretty bullish, and I don't have a problem on doing so if I feel like the stock is in a position where it will certainly go up, or if I feel like there's a catalyst on the horizon or something that I feel like is definitely going to make it a safe bet to do. Anyways, let's look into, so we have BABA, we have ASXC and ITP. We're still holding Nile. We want to get out of Nile really badly. It's just I don't think we can. I think we might just have to take this L on Nile. It's a big loss, but I think it's just what's going to happen. I realistically don't see it hitting these price targets. I think I have some price targets all the way up to $4.50. It just seems very unrealistic for it to hit that, but with the market conditions right now, we could say that the tremendous amount of downward momentum is definitely impacting BABA and whatnot. So it's definitely something we want to look into. And then on top of that, we also have ASXC, basically really doing nothing all day, kind of just barcoding along. It's 0% today, 0% after hours. But we were able to get our average cost down to 113. So if we can get that below 1, I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. Now, what I want to talk about a little bit right now is recurring investments. So this is how we're going to basically invest from here on out. So into 2021, we did some good stuff, right? Into 2022, what we're going to do is we're going to take what we know about finding good companies and investing in them, and we're going to stick with a flow, a constant pump, which I just didn't have last year. Last year, what we did was we would kind of pump up a little bit and then just kind of watch it fall. This time, I want to be constantly pumping, no matter what's happening, buy. And I think that's probably going to be the best course of action for us so far. And I think it's going to make our portfolio look a lot better. So I'm definitely excited about that. So far we're going to do BABA buying every week. We're going to do every week buying. and it's just going to be in different increments. So far, I think we feel okay with 50, 25, 15. If, I'm thinking we might hold this steady for about 3 months, and then 3 months down the line, we'll increase the numbers as more money comes in and we have higher monthly income. Then I think we'll be in a position to do so. But for right now, I think this is a fair buying strategy. It's going to be $50 plus another $25 plus another $15 every single week. So we're investing in the stock market close to about $100 every week, right? So decent amount of money, into the stock market, but it's definitely worth it because of the outstanding condition that we can do well here and that we can succeed. Now, obviously, it's it's a lot of money, right? For me personally, to be pumping in. So remember, keep it relative, right? I mean, it's not a lot of money to some people, but to others, it's a lot. So to me, pumping $100 every single week right into the stock market, in 10 weeks' time, that's $1,000. By this time next year, we should have $10,000 in this account. Just from growth projections, and then on top of that, recurring investments. So this is really just a means for me to ensure that money is constantly being saved and held on to. We're going to really, 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 really try not to take money out. Also because although yes, it's $100 every single week, it's also good to note that it's also $400 a month. I guess that's more personal finance. I actually don't need to go into that. I don't know why I was going on that route, but I'll think about that for my personal self. But we also decided to go Ethereum too. You can see that $25 every week into Ethereum. I'm looking to get to a couple of Ethereum. I think that'd be really cool. At this rate, at about 4,000, to get to one Ethereum is probably going to take us a while. That's about $100. So it's going to take us about a couple years to get to one Ethereum at $25 a week. But hopefully we can up that up. That's the idea. We don't want to stay at 25. We want to, ideally, what we'd like to do is we'd like to, increase that to 30. See if we can't get it to 30. Because remember, an extra $5 can be a lot. A lot can definitely come from this. So, these are our positions. ITP, I just really like this position. I really don't think I'm going to add any more to ITP. I don't know. I'm just not really super, I have to have as much ITP as possible right now. I like my position, decent enough for me. We'll think about it. We'll consider it. But right now, I think it's safe. One company I did really like to look into was Medieval. It's Med Available. It went up about 14% today. I think it had a really awful year, a really awful 5 years. But I have a decent feeling about this company. And I think it could do really good stuff. Its earnings are pretty strong. Strong growth over the last few quarters. It's kind of giving me a lot of ASXC vibes, so I'm getting that sort of pattern going. So I'm feeling kind of good about it. I mean, it was $3 in early September. Even more so in February, it was all the way up at $14, and then just kind of plummeted. So we were chilling at $14 for quite some time here, and then now to sit below $1, I just don't think it's fair. So I think it's reminding me a lot of ASXC, where one little bad thing might happen with an earnings or something and just loses all its momentum. Now with ASXC, it shot up, but it didn't really hold. It kind of stayed around $6 for a little bit, then came back down, went back up. And I think we should see another rise pretty soon, I would say. But it's definitely going to be interesting if it happens again, the same way it did. I mean, it's going to be definitely fascinating. On the 5-year chart, still looking pretty ugly, but it's definitely going to need. We're going to need to see what we can do here. You know, it's a difficult chart to look at, chart to believe. You know, we might need to wait. I'm going to be honest with you. 2017, 2018. So this isn't going to be a way until we might have to wait until 2023 for it to really start getting momentum, because we're off of that 5-year chart. So people look at the 5-year chart and, you know, they can see. So it's a long-term investment for sure with ASXC. That's why it's also my biggest investment, because I think it has the most upside long-term, at least that I've found so far. I do really like Meta Available, and I might actually enter that as well in an attempt to just further diversify. I might just look to buy same thing, maybe like it's $1 a share. Maybe we buy, you know, a few hundred shares, call it a day, see if it can get back up to 10, you know, and then bada bing, bada boom, you know, we make what's that, like 200, you know, $2,000, $3,000 or something along those lines, and you know that's perfectly fine for us in our portfolio size. So, and then that's money that, you know, like I said, we're gonna hold forever, you know, but we can use to sell some puts on it or whatever the case may be. Especially with this volatility, it's a really good stock to do so with. But with that being said, guys, that's basically it. I'm going to make another video encapsulating my wins, my losses, and what we really took out of 2021, and then what we're going to go into 2022 with. Because I think 2022 will be the first full year of Arcane investments, as 2021 is now wrapping up my first full year of just investing in general. So tons to learn. Tons on my mind. I'm really excited about Alibaba. Really excited to get more money into there. But I think right now we're just going to stick with these recurring buys, at least for the first few months, which, you know, will slowly grow the portfolio up, which is about, you know, $100 every week, to kind of at least keep things sort of pumping, which is really what's important. And yeah, that's about it. This is, what is this, every week, next order date. I gotta change that. I gotta work on that, because I don't want this, I don't want to wait till the 4th on that. But regardless, we'll see what happens. I don't like, maybe it's because it didn't update, because I did have these every 2 weeks for the first few. And then first order date, price change. Okay. And then this is probably ordered. No, it wasn't ordered. Okay, I'm new to this, but I really do like it. I do think it's a good idea. It's something to kind of, you know, at the very least, kind of just automatically buys. You know, I don't have to worry about too much stuff, and I just feel confident about that, so I feel good. All right, guys, with that being said, have a great holiday. Thank you for stopping in. Please join the Discord if you'd like to talk, and have a great rest of your night. Bye.